Good afternoon and welcome to the Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field for today's non-conference NCAA women's soccer game between the Panthers of Purchase College and your Gothic Knights of New Jersey City University. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Panthers, Purchase is 3-0-0 on the year, members of the Skyline Conference. Starting in goal, a senior from Albany, New York, 00, Amber Yarder. A sophomore back from Portchester, New York, number 3, Brianne Marin. A junior forward from Oceanside, New York, number 4, Madeline Mecca. A senior midfielder from Franklin Square, New York, number 7, Brett Robeson. A senior back from Croton-on-Hudson, New York, number 9, Estrella DaCosta. A junior back from Vineland, New Jersey, number 13, Ali Scarpa. A sophomore back from Ogdensburg, New York, number 14, Ali Moore. A sophomore forward from Valley Stream, New York, number 15, Rebecca Colgan. A junior back from Bethpage, New York, number 16, Gabby Castles. A sophomore midfielder from Los Angeles, California, number 19, Olivia DeBonis. And a freshman back from Oceanside, New York, number 24, Michelle Gomez. The head coach for Purchase is Julie Grutzner. Assistant coach is Nikki Burns. Team captains Ashley Blom, Brett Robeson, and Brianna Perosi. And now let's meet the starting 11 for your Gothic Knights of New Jersey City University, entering today's game with a record of 5-2-0 overall, winners of 5 in a row. Starting in goal, a sophomore from Old Bridge, New Jersey, 00, Sydney Lee Sam. A sophomore back from Leonia, New Jersey, number 2, Laura Ford. A junior back from Union, New Jersey, number 4, Tiffany DePaiva. A junior back from Colonia, New Jersey, number 5, Genesis Torres. A freshman forward from Weehawken, New Jersey, number 6, Arami Dioff. A junior midfielder from Union, New Jersey, number 7, Brittany Correa. A junior midfielder from Passaic, New Jersey, number 8, Crystal Topoli. A senior midfielder from North Bergen, New Jersey. She is the NCAA Division III National Player of the Week, number 10, Mayensi Vargas. A sophomore midfielder from Fairview, New Jersey, number 11, Jetsi Lopez. A junior back from North Bergen, New Jersey. She is last week's NJAC Defensive Player of the Week, number 13, Araceli Carranza. And a senior back from East Newark, New Jersey, and number 15, Chelsea Iribe. The head coach for the Gothic Knights in his 4th season is Anthony Tuesta. Assistant coaches are Gio Hurtado, Dennis Yaloa, Daniela Betancourt, Annabelle Alejandro, and Lexi Miscavige. Your Gothic Knight captains for 2019, Tiffany DePaiva, Araceli Carranza, and Mayancy Vargas. Your referee today is Gary Boulier. Assistant referees are Peter Kovalenko and Ruben Radis. At this time, we ask you to please rise and join both schools as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Live stats are good.
Thank you. Thank you. Now it's time for some Gothic Knights soccer. Fans, the NCAA, ECAC, New Jersey Athletic Conference, and New Jersey City University promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, staff, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racist, or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, team representatives, or spectators, as well as public intoxication, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages and tobacco products will not be tolerated on grounds for removal from the Thomas M. Garrity Athletic Complex and other disciplinary actions. Game programs for today's contest can be found in the program bins located on the stadium walkway. And with our starting lineups out of the way, it's time for some Gothic Knights soccer here on GothicVision. Today, NJCU, led by the Division III National Player of the Week, Mayancy Vargas, look to improve to 6-2 on the year. They look for their 6th win in a row as they take on Purchase College, the Panthers. They come in at 3-0 on the year. Third meeting between these squads, NJCU has won the 2 previous meetings. The last one, which was a 5-1 decision. Actually, they were both 5-1 decisions. And the last one was in 2011. They also met 11 years ago in 2008. The Gothic Knights will attack the goal to our left to start the game. And Purchase, who has one common opponent, is NJCU. That is Medgar Evers College. Looks to win for the 4th time. The Knights beat Medgar Evers 12-0 back on September 4th. That game was shortened to 75 minutes, and the Knights basically just played possession soccer in the second half, did not try to score. Purchase won 15-0 over the same opponent. They have wins over St. Lucas 1-0 and Brooklyn 3-1, their last action coming on September 12th, 6 days ago. So we are off. Ira Thor with you live from the Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field in Jersey City. Ball played up ahead. Here's an early chance and good defense there by Tiffany DePaiva, who was able to come back and break up the attempt as the Panthers were wearing very impossible numbers to read today. Stripes down the front. They were able to have that broken up. Now here's Mayancy Vargas. Vargas with control. Vargas down the left flank. Vargas against 3 defenders. That's plenty. She could take on herself. And then no fouls called. Yes, one will be as Jetsi Lopez is tripped up. So it'll be Mayancy Vargas on the free kick. You don't think she can score from here? Huh. Just watch. Vargas is there. Also there is Brittany Correa. Vargas sizing up the goal. Fires. Lobs it on frame. Just misses left. In the box, we have a visitor. One of New Jersey's finest. Katie Feehan, the only women's soccer player so far in the Athletics Hall of Fame. That will probably change in February 2020 when a few other greats are up. Mayancy Vargas will join that list at some point, probably a decade from now. Well, she hasn't graduated yet, Nina Carbonero. You got to graduate, and then you got to wait your 5 years. 5 years is not a long time. That's how long you have a car payment. Arami Diop is tripped up there, taken away by purchase. We have absolutely no idea who half the players are because they are wearing these awful stripes on the front of the uniforms. So unless they're standing 20, 30 yards away, they're going to be completely unreadable. Technically, they are illegal by NCAA rules, and the ref could force them to change or force a forfeit of the game, but he's chosen not to do that. Ball is won out of the back here. Genesis Torres is the left back today. The center backs are going to be Uribe along with Tiffany DePaiva. And Uribe, as we speak her name, clears the ball looking for Laura Ford, who's been pushed up, normally a back. She is now outside left mid. Ford has 3 goals on the year. Ball sent over to Mayancy Vargas. Vargas on the left flank. Vargas dribbling through 3 defenders. 4 plays it across the middle of the field. And the shot is going to be scooped up. Crystal Topoli. It was on target, but that will be the first save for Amber Yarder, the senior keeper out of Albany, New York. Good ball played down the left side. Opportunity here is chipped high by number 15, Rebecca Colgan. Colgan really took advantage of Medgar Evers scoring the first 3 goals of the game. She also had 2 assists. And I think they're saying that it was deflected by the Knights. So it'll be a corner kick. And it'll be number 24, Michelle Gomez, on the kick. And that is kneed in by, I think it's number 19, Olivia DeBonis. Again, we're going to be guessing a lot today just based on these numbers. There's Vargas at midfield. Vargas through one, now plays it to the right side. Ball played across, looking for Arami Diop by Brittany Correa. But no one home. Amber Yarder will clean it up. Colgan has 6 goals out of the 19 scored. So she obviously is a threat. And here's an opportunity. And that is chipped just wide. Looked like number 13, Araceli Carranza, got away with a tug of the jersey. The shot by number 4, Madeline Mecca, is wide. She has 1 goal, 1 assist on the season, and it'll be another corner kick here for Michelle Gomez. Currently 70 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Wind out of the northeast at 11 miles an hour, which will always feel more coming off of the bay. Loose ball as Laura Ford leaves it for Sydney Lee Sam. Paul Tanaselli is our producer and director. Yuri Brutus coming out of retirement. He's on the high camera today. John Putter's on the field cam. Vargas plays it down the right side. That is alertly cleared out by Allie Moore, sophomore center back for the Panthers, members of the Skyline Conference. They've won 5 in a row dating to last season. The Knights have won 5 in a row all this season, looking for their 6th. Ball played across the middle of the box. Ford runs onto it, left foot save. Laura Ford doing a solid job there with the left foot, running onto it on the outside, but Amber Yarder hugging the post. Gomez plays it down the right side. Uribe is going to give it chase there and will send it out of play, going against Brett Robeson. And the Panthers will have a throw-in as NJCU resets. And clear opportunity there by Crystal Topoli is out of play, so it'll be another throw-in for Purchase. Paiva again, this time looking for Laura Ford over the touchline. Mayancy Vargas for NJCU, 14 goals, 5 assists, 33 points. She leads NCAA Division III and every single division in college sports right now, male or female, in both goals and points. Sydney Lee Sam will come out to scoop up this ball played too far forward by Purchase. We're in the 8th minute here, no score, NJCU taking on SUNY Purchase. Ball played across the middle. Vargas, oh my! The Gothic Knight goal! Her NCAA leading 15th of the year, scored by number 10, Mayancy Vargas. NJCU leads 1-0 on the goal in the 8th minute. The assist to number 4, Tiffany. Correction, to number 2, Laura Ford. So after the goal by Mayancy Vargas, NCAA leading 15th of the year, Laura Ford gets credit for the assist. Knights with a quick 1-0 lead. Opportunity here on the left side. That might go in off the crossbar and saved. Oh, Brittany Correa with a shot from the right side. And the goalkeeper, Amber Yarder, got a couple fingers on it while she was backpedaling. Pushed it up. I think her initial response, and having played the position myself, you're taught in that spot to try to tip it up and over the crossbar if you're not going to be able to catch it cleanly. Well, she did, but couldn't clear the crossbar, and the crossbar saves Purchase from a 2-0 NJCU lead. So an opportunity for NJCU. Crystal Topoli looking for Correa on the right side. Now Correa is getting the start today in place of Lynn Dominguez, the outstanding freshman midfielder who is currently out with an injury. We don't know the extent of it, but she is not expected to play this week. Vargas looking for Dioff, alertly cleared out by Purchase. On that goal, NJCU now has 33 on the year. Dioff with it. Dioff looking for Ford. Backing it up is Torres. Torres had a chance to shoot, could not settle. Now tries to knock it off a defender. Good battle here in the middle of the field, headed back in by DePaiva. Actually, I can take that back. It's Crystal Topoli. Topoli, that play knocked out of bounds. It would be a purchase throw-in. This time it's really Topoli. And that trickles over the head of Carranza, cleaned up by Uribe. Too far in front for Diouf, but Diouf wins the ball back. Diouf is held. Diouf flicks it, looking for Laura Ford. Ford's in front of it. Now Ford is sprinting towards the right side. She is the left mid, but had an opportunity there. Vargas, what can she do? Pretty much everything. Vargas flicked it over to Lopez, could not retain possession. Now chipped towards midfield. Coming out here will be Tiffany DePaiva. Ball possession is not kept by NJCU. Uribe is giving chase here against Robeson. Tangled up, it'll be a foul on Uribe taking down Robeson. So number 15, Chelsea Uribe, fouling number 7, Brett Robeson. And this will give Purchase a free kick opportunity. And that is Robeson on the kick. Robeson, a little chip towards the box. Lee Sam couldn't grab it, and a big break for NJCU. As that one goes untouched out of play. It'll be a goal kick for NJCU. Gothic Knight men's soccer team, fresh off the number 2 play on SportsCenter on Tuesday morning. They look for a school record 9-0-0 start. Tonight, 7 o'clock, they'll be in Long Island to take on Farmingdale State. Farmingdale will be a tough battle for the Knights. Member of the Skyline Conference, but one of the better teams in that league, after NJCU in overtime held on to beat Skyline Conference foe Mount St. Vincent 3-2 in golden goal overtime. If you haven't seen the goal by Edric DePaul, you got to do it. It's one of the prettiest you'll ever see. 3.5 minutes into the overtime period, Joe Burgos, who was last week's Men's National Player of the Week, sent a perfect cross, aired it out right onto the chest of Edric DePaula, who in one motion settled with his chest to his feet and biked it into the opposite top left corner of the goal. Absolute magic. It would have been the number 1 play on SportsCenter, except for somebody named Odell Beckham Jr. who decided to have a one-handed catch. 2 hours later and 7 miles up the road at MetLife Stadium in the Monday night game against the Jets. Game that I was at as the official scorer for the New York Jets. So I got to see our number 2 play and got to see the number 1 play. That was a very interesting 4-hour stretch for sure. Free kick opportunity will be Correa sending it upfield. Rami Diouf going to try to settle on the right flank. Over to Vargas. Vargas back to Diouf. Diouf. That ball is knocked away. Vargas picks it up. Vargas still has it. Vargas. Now it's Diouf. Diouf. That shot is blocked. And it will be an NJCU throw. Next dead ball, we're going to actually show you that highlight as our producer Paul Tenasilli was able to pick it up. And let's take a look at it right here. For those of you who have not seen it, this is from our low angle. Beautiful ball by Joe Burgos. DePaula settles, bikes, top left side, golden goal. Just absolute magic. That's one of those plays, the second you see it, you know you've seen something special. Laura Ford, oh, with a low line drive, And knocking it aside was Amber Yarder. She had to go to her right towards the near left post. And it will be a corner kick here for Mayancy Vargas. Vargas has scored on a corner kick already this year, curling one in from this side against Mount St. Vincent. Or I should say against Lehman. Now Vargas gets the ball back. Vargas' shot is just wide. They do a short corner opportunity between Vargas and Genesis Torres. Shots are 8-3 so far in favor of NJCU. They've put 5 on target, including the 15th goal of the year from Mayancy Vargas. She has now contributed to 18 of the last 19 goals scored by NJCU. Shot just knocked aside again alertly by Yarder. It'll be another corner kick for the Knights. Vargas has either scored or assisted on the last 13 consecutive, now 14 consecutive Gothic Knight goals with that one. What is Vargas going to do here? Lining it up from the left side. Can she put another one in off the corner? Vargas curls it in the box. Header is saved. Chelsea Uribe with the header and alertly scooped up by Amber Yarder. Good opportunity there. Chelsea Uribe not known for her offense, but a good opportunity there. And then a foul on NJCU will result in a free kick here for the Panthers. Thanks for watching Women's Soccer here in Gothic Vision. You're watching Gothic Knights here at the Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field in Jersey City. Mayancy Vargas has the ball. Tries to split the right side of the defender. Rami Dioff giving battle, but the Panthers pick it up. Dioff, her addition to this team, and with Laura Ford contributing now as an outside midfielder, has opened up Vargas. Vargas already was probably the best player in the region. Here Dioff goes. Dioff with it. Dioff. Too late for Vargas to be open. Dioff loses possession, then she fouls, trying to win it back. It is number 3, Brianne Marin, who's the victim of the foul from Dioff. Have I mentioned that purchases uniforms are completely illegal by the NCAA? Vargas wins the ball. Vargas pokes it to herself. Vargas up the left touch line. Against 2 more defenders, they can't stop her. They can only hope to contain her. That is a phrase that is sometimes uttered in professional sports. You don't see it too much in the NCAA. Oh, here's a chance. Dioff, collision with the keeper. And then she is called for the foul. I think actually when Dioff came down, as the goalkeeper is shaken up, she landed on the ball and touched it with her hand. So it's a handball on Dioff. And then Amber Yarder is shaken up on the play. But to finish my thought from earlier, as the clock is stopped and Carla Mejia, the head athletic trainer for the Gothic Knights, will come out to check on Amber Yarder, who probably just got the wind knocked out of her. But Dioff, her presence, and with Ford contributing as a tertiary goal scorer this year, you can't really put 4 defenders on Vargas as teams have done in the last few years. You know, I don't remember. I forget if it was Rowan or TCNJ or Stockton. I forget the opponent. But there was one opponent last year that Vargas is such a threat that actually had a diamond shape around her. And that's something any of us who've ever coached soccer know you work in that diamond formation. Well, they actually had a diamond formation defensively, almost like putting Vargas on an island, moving around, following her up and down the field last year to try to contain her, because NJCU really did not have much other offensive firepower. Well, you still can double her this year, but tripling and quadrupling her was not going to work because Dioff, Ford, others are capable of scoring. Obviously, with Lynn Dominguez being out, that knocks out what potentially is another threat for the Knights. So that's a big loss. But they will be adding, and she's not on the roster here. We're going to have to add her for the next game. But they just added yesterday Jasmine Bass. She is a transfer from Division to Dominican, and she's going to play forward and will contribute. Oh, it's Dioff with it. Settles with the chest. Lost it high. Just misses. Good opportunity there with a left foot from Dioff as she flicks it just 2 feet over the crossbar. Probably the most impressive part of that entire play was Dioff settling with her chest and then dropping it right to her foot and keeping possession. Not an easy play. We are in the 21st minute, 1-0 Gothic Knights. Dioff with the ball. Dioff runs into a wall. Lofted high. It's almost on goal, and just missing is Correa as the goalkeeper, Amber Yarder, was backpedaling, trying to size up where she was in relation to that left post, and before finally realizing that the wind was going to carry it just wide. Laura Ford wins it. That's knocked away, and then it'll be Araceli Carranza, and then taken away by Madeline Mecca. And the Gothic Knights bomb it back downfield. It's going to stay in play. Correa has it. Correa knocked off of Purchase. It'll be an NJCU throw. They'll leave it for Araceli Carranza. Ira Thor here on GothicVision. NJCU women's soccer leading Purchase 1-0. Hashtag Jersey City's team looking for their 6th victory in a row. Robeson. That is won by Uribe. Long ball down the left side. It's going to be into the box, though. Ford can't get there. An easy scoop for Yarder. Coming into play today, Purchase had outscored opponents 19-1, but the Knights, with the early goal by, guess who, Mayancy Vargas, 1-0 they lead. As they play their final non-conference game leading up to the start of NJAC play, as they will take on Ramapo on the road this Saturday. The men will have a late start time on Saturday for their first NJAC game. It'll be a rare 3 p.m. start. Typically they start at 1 or 2 for Saturday conference games. Vargas with it. Vargas playing it deep down the right side. Perfect ball to Dioff's feet. Dioff to Laura Ford. Ford, right side off of the chest of Correa. And the Panthers are just going to play it down the right side. It's going to stay in play. Correa, I should say Carranza has it. Then it's Correa now. Oh, and she just got tripped up. So it'll be a free kick for NJCU. And it will be, I think it's going to be Correa, who's got a nice leg. Junior midfielder, transfer for the Knights. She's a resident of Union, New Jersey. Union High School graduate, same high school as the great Julia Caceres, the all-time leading scorer in the history of New Jersey collegiate soccer, future Gothic Knight Hall of Famer who we lost this June after a bout with lung cancer at the age of 28. Substitution for Purchase, Entering the game is number 22, Lauren Padelka, replacing number 4, Madeline Mecca. As I deal with my mic here that is not working at the Garrity Complex, we'll stay on the air. Boom, now it works again. Look at that. Substitution is number 22, Lauren Padelka. She's a freshman midfielder out of Danbury, Connecticut. And that's just sent down the field by number 14, Allie Moore, an easy scoop up on the long cross. Sydney Lee Sam. Lee Sam actually has an assist this year on a long punt, so she's got a strong leg. About 5 years ago, Brittany Hoffman, now a firefighter in West Virginia, she was a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native. She was a 4-time all-conference goalkeeper for the Knights, and she actually had 2 assists in the same season from that position. Good ball. Vargas. Oh, that's knocked away at the last second after a good slip there from Crystal Topoli. And it'll be a Gothic Knight throw. So a shot was blocked, and Purchase alertly stepping in front of a Vargas attempt. It may hurt, but it was effective. Lopez wins it. Lopez plays it looking for Dioff, who is clipped on the play. Ball play left side, too high for Vargas. Her only fault is she's not very tall, at 5 feet tall, but just everything else, well, you can't control how tall you are. You can control your footwork and your approach to the game, and no one does it better. Vargas is about as tall as Nina Carbonero, our official scorer for this game, along with Jim Turvey, who is much taller than 5 feet. Laura Ford with the chuck over the head of Vargas. Can't be cleared. Lopez has it. Lopez plays it across to Correa. Correa loses it initially. Settled here, Torres. And back to Laura Ford, but knocked away by Colgan. Now it's Ford again. Ford plays it across. Oh, Arami is there, but could not settle. Dioff could not get a shot. Now lofted down to Paiva, looking for Laura Ford. Ford, who scored a nifty goal, all done by the work of Mayanti Vargas in the Cedar Crest game. We posted that on Twitter yesterday. It's a top 10 play nominee, as Vargas won the ball, split 3 defenders, dribbled right in front of the goal. Instead of shooting, she decided to pass it. Laura Ford was camped out inside the 6, and an easy one-touch. Throw in for NJCU. Substitution for Purchase. Ashley Blom, number 1, comes in for Brianne Marin. We'll announce her next opportunity to the fans here at the Garrity Complex. Substitution for Purchase now in the game, number 1, Ashley Blom, replacing number 3, Brianne Marin. Correction, it'll be number 23, Amber Rodriguez, who's into the game. That's the new player who's in. '23 was never in the game. As we have a question, who had the sub here? We'll get that cleaned up between Nina and Jim. Meanwhile, back to game action. Correa, ball played right side here by Crystal Topoli. And a cross right into the hands of Yarder. And that is last touched by Purchase. It'll be a Gothic Knight throw. This is going to come into the box where Sydney Lee Sam is there to scoop it up. Nothing Gothic Knights lead. On the 15th goal of the year for Mayancy Vargas. That came in the 8th minute. The Knights dominating right now shot-wise 12-3, putting 7 of their 12 on goal. Yarder's already made 6 saves, just 1 for Lee Sam. Flicked into the box, Lee Sam there, but it won't matter because Purchase was offside. Vargas has 5 shots, 2 each for lower forward, and Arami Diouf with 3 other Gothic Knights having at least 1. So it has been not just the Mayancy Vargas show. Others have contributed. Vargas, however, is the goal scorer that everyone is afraid of if you're on an opposing squad. Good clear here from DePaiva. Ford has it. Ford going to play it downfield a little too far for Diouf. And Yarder once again is there. This is one of these differences between playing on grass and turf. Just how you have to play those balls down the field because it will respond differently. Obviously turf being significantly faster. Good by DeBonis there to split back pass Torres. Now Ford has it for the Knights. Mayancy Vargas has it. Vargas up ahead looking for Diouf. Onto Diouf's feet. Diouf is there. Diouf shot is wide. So a goal kick here for the Panthers. We've spent a lot of time in the Purchase defensive third. Knights with 1 goal to show for it. A good shield here by DePaiva. And it'll be Lee Sam to kick it away. In a moment, we'll see the debut of new Gothic Knight, Jasmine Bass. She'll be in place of Correa. Bass is out of Middletown, New York, NJCU's only out-of-state player. And we will announce her to the crowd.
Entering the game for the Gothic Knights, number 23, Jasmine Bass. She replaces number 7, Brittany Correa.
So Bass, this is her collegiate soccer debut here at NJCU. Here's Vargas with it. Vargas is knocked away by Purchase, settled here by DePauli. DePauli shot! Oh, Crystal DePauli! Crystal DePauli from 23 yards, and the Gothic Knights lead 2-0.
The Gothic Knight goal, her first of the year, scored by number 8, Crystal DePauli. Goal was unassisted for the Gothic Knights in the 34th minute. Topali, her first of the year. Gothic Knights lead 2-0.
So Crystal Topali taking a little pressure off Mayancy Vargas, who doesn't have to be the only one who goes. Oh, Vargas with the move. Vargas is then tripped up. Oh, what a move there by Mayancy Vargas, a spin move to get around Gabby Castles. Now ball played outside to Laura Ford. Laura down the left flank. Ford plays it across. Loose ball. Topali, I should say, Rami Diop. That is a great save by Yarder. Now stepping up. Here is Torres looking for Ford. Ford across the middle and sliding to prevent a shot from Diop. Amber Yarder scoops it up. What a great save by Yarder, though, just a moment ago. Here's Vargas with it. Vargas up ahead looking for Diop. Diop, 2 dribbles, shot, in! In the 35th minute, and the Knights lead 3-0.
The Gothic Knight goal, her 6th of the year, scored by number 6, Rami Diop. The assist to number 10, Mayancy Vargas. Goal for the Knights coming in the 35th minute. Diop from Vargas. Gothic Knights lead 3-0.
So 3 different goal scorers for the Gothic Knights, and the lead now comfortable with under 10 to play in the first half. Do they have more in the tank in the first 45 minutes? Ball played deep down the field, and that an easy play for Sydney Elise Sam as the Gothic Knights looking. It is her 6th of the year, Paul Tanasili. And the Gothic Knights looking to send Purchase to their first loss. They're 3-0, but the Knights looking for their 6th consecutive win, well out in front. Foul here on Brett Robeson. And it'll be a free kick opportunity for Tiffany DePaiva, the junior back out of Union. Plays it outside to Araceli Carranza. And looking for Jasmine Bass. First time she's touched the ball for the Knights. Bass is thrown to the grass. I just wanted to rhyme there. Fouls on number 24, Michelle Gomez. How I can read that through those sea of stripes, I don't know. LASIK surgery 12 years ago. Still paying dividends. Too far in front for Vargas. Topali, then Vargas now has it. Vargas is tripped up. Topali tries to send it over to Diop. Women's volleyball was the only team in action since Monday. They lost to Ramapo last night in the start of NJAC play 3-0. So they are under 500 for the first time this year. Otherwise, it's been a great start to the year for all of NJCU's fall sports that have team records. And the only ones with team records, the 2 soccer programs in volleyball, cross country, men and women in golf, do not have team records. They play in tournaments. But volleyball had started 4-2. Men's soccer is 8-0, which is the best start they've ever had, breaking the record by the 2016 club that was 7-0. That's in the 61-year history of the program. That's how good this year's start has been. And women's soccer now well on their way to their 6th consecutive win, looking to go to 6-2 after a really bad first game against FDU. They lost 9-0, but they had a preseason where not everybody was healthy or available. Oh, Vargas with footwork over to Jasmine Bass. Mayancy is a magician. She makes moves that just should not be possible.
Bass takes out her own teammate there as DePauli goes down. Ball played across the middle of the pitch. Opportunity for the Panthers. Near side here, it is Lauren Fidelka, who came into the game about 15 minutes ago. Won by Lopez. Good footwork by her. We have 6:29 to go here in the first half in Jersey City. You're watching Gothic Vision, your home to SportsCenter Top 10 Plays. Dioff, try to settle this one. Dioff over to Laura Ford. Now Ford looks, sizes up her options, offsides Gothic Knights. Amber Rodriguez is waiting on the sideline. She'll be the next substitution for the Panthers. Rebecca Colgan, number 15, will come out. Torres splitting, looking for Dioff. Good poke, toe poke to Laura Ford, and then ultimately cleaned up here by number 14, Allie Moore, saving a potential breakaway. It'll be a throw-in for the Knights. Ford looking to Vargas, but stepping in front of that was number 16, Gabby Castles, defensively. Uribe is grabbed and held by Rebecca Colgan. Purchase fans in attendance, not a fan of the call. And they voice their dissent, as you can hear over the field mic. Good touch there. Uribe to Lopez to Torres. And Torres in the middle of the field. Dioff now will play it wide as the Knights will switch field. Araceli Carranza wins it back. Carranza into the box. And having to take this on one hop will be Yarder. Ford can't get there in time. Haven't said Mayancy Vargas' name in a while. I missed it. That's because everyone is getting involved today for the Gothic Knights, and that is a great sign with conference play coming up. It can't just be Mayancy. Jasmine Bass knocked around but stays on her feet. Dioff on the flank. Dioff plays it back to Lopez. Oh, stepping in front of it. Good defensive play by number 15, Rebecca Colgan, who's listed as a forward, but she's been playing awful lot in the back in this game. Maybe that is the Panther game plan here. Stick a forward against another forward. See if she can be that one player who can contain Vargas, if it's even possible. Bass cannot handle to be a substitution here for the Panthers.
Entering the game for purchase will be number 23, Amber Rodriguez, replacing number 15, Rebecca Colgan.
So Rodriguez, she's a sophomore out of Queens, New York. Dioff has it. Dioff plays it up in front to Laura Ford. Laura Ford has a beeline here towards the goal. Ford with a left foot. Oh, she shanks it onto the other field that she plays on, the NJCU softball field. Ford, a two-sport athlete here at NJCU, also the starting center fielder on the Gothic Knights softball team for head coach Ashley Sasha Martinez. Dallas Hernandez will be the substitution for the Knights' next chance that they have. Ball's played wide here. DePauli has it. DePauli, and she's going to be called for a foul as she grabbed the jersey. It was number 7, Brett Robeson, who got held. So Robeson now has the ball after getting held a moment ago, and then cleared by Carranza chipped back in towards the box. And Sidney Lee Sam has a miscommunication there. Should have come out there to scoop that up. Genesis Torres was shielding the defender. Instead, it'll end up being a shot attempt for Purchase, and she's going to get credit with the save, as Padelka was alertly unimpressed. .123 remaining here in the first half. Be a foul here on the Knights. Be free kick opportunity as we approach 60 seconds to play in what has been a dominating first half. The Knights 17-4 shot advantage, 10-2 on goal.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
It'll be Rodriguez taking the kick. Actually, correction, it's number 24, Gomez. And it's on goal, so that'll be a save. Don't know if it was a true shot attempt, but it was on goal. And coming in late there was number 23, Amber Rodriguez, but no chance for an attempt. Approaching 30 seconds remaining in the first 45 minutes. Vargas and Dioff chasing it. Won by Torres. Torres slides. 20 seconds to play. Ball's played forward. Good opportunity here. Lopez, and Purchase is going to alertly try to kick it away. Cannot get out of bounds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halftime, and at the half, the score, New Jersey City University 3 and Purchase 0. We will have a 15-minute halftime intermission.
So that is the end of the first 45 minutes of action here in Jersey City, as the Gothic Knights well on their way to their 6th straight win. 45 minutes, though, for Purchase to try to change that. Taking a look at the final first half stats. Shots, 17 for the Knights, 5 for Purchase. They had the last 2 of the period. 10 on goal for the Knights, 3 on goal for Purchase. 7 saves for Amber Yarder, the Panthers' senior goalkeeper out of Albany. 3 stops for Sidney Lee Sam. Each team with 2 corner kicks. Each team with 1 offside. And no caution cards have been pulled by the official yet. Gary Boulier, your referee in this one. So we'll take a break. You see the stats on your screen. We'll be back for Gothic Knights second half action in about 13 minutes. You're watching NJCU Women's Soccer on GothicVision. An update on the second goal of the game upon video review, credit and assist to number 10, Mayancy Vargas, her second assist of the game. Special welcome today to two NJC Women's Soccer Immortals, NJC Athletics Hall of Famer Katie Fian, and future NJC Athletics Hall of Famer, all-time leading scorer, Jennifer Abuha. Well, welcome back to the Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field in Jersey City. About to begin the second half of action as the Gothic Knights take on Purchase, looking to improve to 6-2 on the year. After a dominating first half, we've gone back and upon video review have awarded a second assist to Mayancy Vargas on the second goal of the game. By naked eye, it looked like Purchase had cleared the ball, but when we went back and watched the video, Vargas actually got a foot out and was able to poke it free to DePaiva, who then took one dribble and just lofted a shot over the visiting keeper, Amber Yarder. So Vargas has contributed to every goal today, which means she has now contributed to 16 consecutive goals for the Gothic Knights. Not even Jennifer Abuha or Katie Feehan ever pulled that off. You guys can't have every single record. That's just not fair to the rest of the women's soccer universe. I'm referring to two of our all-time greats who are here in the booth with us. Katie Feehan, who stepped aside this year as the assistant coach for the team after 11 years because of her duties with the New Jersey State Police, but she still comes out and supports. And Jennifer Abuha, who we think will be a pretty good bet to get into the Athletic Hall of Fame this year, her first year of eligibility. What an incredibly special player she was. We're going to bring Katie on the broadcast here. She claims she is not great in front of the mic, so we're going to find out. We'll judge for ourselves. Let's see how you sound there, Katie. How are you today?
Am I on?
You are on. You just have to talk. There's an opportunity that goes just wide. So, first of all, welcome back. Glad to see you could join us for a midweek game. You guys are both have the day off, not having to take any criminals off the street.
No, I know they were on a 5-game winning streak, so I was hoping they got the W today so they couldn't blame the first loss on me.
They are
showing up.
well in front now. Jasmine Bass takes a tumble there. This is the original starting lineup for the Knights with the exception of Bass. How tough of a decision was it for you? I know how much time you invested into this program to step aside this year, obviously being in South Jersey so much with the state police.
It was really hard because this has been my home for so many years. It was 15 years between playing and coaching, but I still come and support them whenever I can, support the program.
Now, you had a big hand in recruiting Mayancy to the program 4 years ago. What was it you saw from her as a high school player at Memorial High School, where she scored well over, I think it was 100 and 150 goals as a high school player? What did you see from her that you knew that she was a sure thing?
Well, funny story is I actually met her playing against her before I even knew she was in high school. She was playing up on a women's league, even though she was only 14. And I pulled her aside and I said, you're still in high school, what's your deal? And she told me where she went to high school. And I just followed her, through her high school career and talked her into coming here to pursue her education and play on the team here. And she was one of the few players that could get by me and score. So
that says a
I
lot.
definitely give her some credit.
Vargas has the ball right here. Bass has her hand in the air. Ball played upfield. Bass trying to split a defender, and it is cleared out of play. It's going to be a corner kick for the Knights. So, Mayancy Vargas, have you ever scored off a corner kick in your life?
Against Ramapo.
You did score off a
Away.
corner.
Yeah.
I never get to see this.
There's no video footage, though.
Oh.
I played before video was invented.
Yeah, you played in the Dark Ages, and I played in the Stone Ages.
But I've only done that one time in a collegiate game. It was that game.
Well, Vargas probably not going to be able to do it here. She's right-footed and taking this one from this end line, but she is going to take the corner for the Knights. Drives it in. Off the post on the shot there.
Almost.
I think it was by Carranza. It was Araceli Carranza off of the post and then sent back in by Torres. Genesis Torres with the second attempt. 2 opportunities there for the Knights. What do you think about how this team has responded to that first game of the year where they lost 9-0 to FDU, but they've bounced back and they really look like they're playing well as a group right now. It's not just Mayancy dominating, although she is.
No, it says a lot about, you know, pride in the program and pride in your teammates. And, you know, you could have put your head down and said, you know, this whole season's a wash, but instead you come down, you come back and you say, I'm just going to fight stronger and not let that happen again.
Vargas going to try to keep this in on the end line. Vargas, that is last touched by Purchase and knocked away. I think it was Michelle Gomez. And it'll be an NJCU throw by Araceli Carranza. Vargas, back foot, tried to heel that over to Lopez and knocked out of play. Purchase has done a good job, and they're a solid team. They've done a good job of reading what Vargas is trying to do. Not this time, though. She plays it to Bass. Shot on goal. It's scooped up. First career shot for Jasmine Bass, and Amber Yarder had to reach down. Bass started the half in place of Brittany Correa. Correa started the first half. That's the only change for NJCU from what was its original starting lineup. Vargas plays it back here to Carranza. Carranza upfield looking for Dioff. Dioff tripped up, loose ball, and it will be the Panthers that come up with it. Ali Scarpa, who is a New Jersey product out of Vineland. That is a foul on the Panthers. Will be a free kick here for Crystal Topoli. We're going to hear more from Katie Fien in just a moment. Can't escape that quickly. Ball played across the middle of the field. Giveaway for the Knights. Uribe, though, able to clean it up. And Lee Sam pushes it out. What does it mean to you to be the first and currently the only member of the Athletics Hall of Fame from women's soccer? You really that player that kind of came in back when the program was still, I don't want to say its infancy, but it was still developing. Good opportunity off field here, and Sydney Lee Sam comes out. But what did that honor mean to you about 3 years ago?
It meant a lot because I felt like it could have the girls look at that and know that they can do it too, as long as they put the work in. You know, because it wasn't easy when I was here. You know, I worked hard, and I just want people to know that, you know, anything's possible. So from the academic part of it to coaching to playing, you know, you're solid in everything you do, then, you know, you'll get awarded in the end. So that's why it's important to me.
What was it like playing with the young lady to our left who is afraid of microphones, but we're still going to talk about her, Jennifer Buha? You played with her, and then you coached her.
It was very exciting to play with her. I mean, I was a senior, and she came in as a freshman, so she gave me new life. That's offsides.
I mean, offside there, an easy call.
Definitely gave the program life coming in as a freshman, gave me life again, and then it was a pleasure to coach her, you know, just to watch her develop as she got better every year. And, you know, it's just a real pleasure, and we're still best friends to this day. So that's why she's here today with me. I made her come.
No pressure at all, one trooper to another.
She wanted to hear Ira announce her name again, that's why.
Jennifer Buha. Only said that name, I don't know, maybe about 700 times. Dioff playing it up here to Laura Ford, who would like to hear her name played, or said, I should say. And she's going to skip this one wide from the left flank.
I was surprised to see her play in midfield, but she's actually doing a really great job. She's a strong player, and I've seen her do a couple great crosses in the first half, so it's exciting to see her there.
She's been pushed up from that outside back spot, and it's a luxury the Knights now have because they have other young players who are stepping up in that role. And defensive obviously has been an area where this team has struggled in the probably the last 3 or 4 years, but they've always been able to score goals, and now if they can put both together, they're going to have a chance to be competitive in the NJAC this year. And that is last touched by, no call from the official. It will be an NJCU throw. What would it mean to you to start seeing some of the players that you did coach, like Jen, like Julia Caceres, and some others that are going to come along the way maybe even Coach Beelan join you in the Hall of Fame at some point.
It would be an honor, man. It would be really exciting just to see people that also put the hard work in when they were here to be honored. I mean, Rob Beelan's the reason we're all still friends and we all came here or stayed here. This program wouldn't even be here right now if it wasn't for him. So he really gave the girls opportunity now to be here on the field and something for us to come back to. Jen and Julia, that goes without any explanation. You look up their stats alone, but they're also great people, and they're also decided to get into law enforcement. So they're just good people around, off the field and on the field.
It's going to be a foul on Lopez for the uniform tug of number 24, Michelle Gomez. What was it about the criminal justice program here for both of you guys that, for you and Jen, that really helped you set you guys up for the careers you now have in the state police?
I credit a lot of it to Dr. Kalathis. He was one of the most inspirational professors I had when I was here. He kept me motivated. He was disappointed when I didn't go to law school, but I told him he prepared me well for law enforcement as well. The program is good. It allows you to work with your schedule a lot in the university, and it gives you a lot of opportunities afterwards.
Now, you're stationed down in South Jersey?
Right now, my office is in Hamilton.
Okay.
I'm a detective for Internet Crimes Against Children unit for the state police.
Obviously doing some great work to protect the children and the vulnerable citizens here in the Garden State, and we all thank you for everything you do every day.
Wish I could still be coaching, though.
Speaking of coaching, what do you think about this high school start for Rob Beelan's daughter, Taylor Beelan? For those who don't know Taylor, Rob and his family moved in the spring from Bayonne, where he's lived most of his life, to Holmdel down in Monmouth County, a little bit, about 10 minutes from my house. And Taylor is he's the oldest child of Robbie. He's got 3 daughters. And they all used to come to the Gothic Knights soccer games as smaller kids. Well, Taylor's a freshman in high school. She's the only freshman that made the varsity squad, which says a lot about how hard it is to make a varsity team as a high school freshman. Well, she's their leading scorer right now, and she's a nominee for the Area Player of the Week. Offsides coming up here for Purchase.
I actually went to see her play the other night, and she had a goal and an assist, and it was very exciting. I mean, you can't tell she's a freshman on the field. She went in, she stepped up, she took a shot from 35 yards out, ripped right into the corner. She took command of that game as soon as she went in, like a veteran. So it's exciting things for the future for her.
Oh, she's going to be a D1 caliber player at some point. There's definitely going to be some scholarship opportunities for her someday. The Gothic Knights are going to have a sub here. It'll be 28. That is Dallas Hernandez coming in for Jasmine Bass. We'll announce it to the crowd here at the Garrity Complex. Into the game for the Gothic Knights, number 28, Dallas Hernandez, replacing number 23, Jasmine Bass. You think we'll see you back on the coaching sideline again at some point in the future when your schedule opens up a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan anyway. I would love to come back. Like I said, it hurt to take a step aside, but sometimes your career has to take precedence in your life. This is definitely something I want to come back to, so I could see this.
Look at Vargas. Vargas splitting multiple players. Then plays it back here. Shot. He is scooped up. Crystal Topali with the opportunity with the left foot there. Tell you one thing, being away for a year, it's also probably going to, whenever you do come back, will give you a fresh perspective.
My NC won't be here anymore, but, got to look for another player to come in to fill her shoes, which is hard. But we also said that when Jen played here, too. There'll never be another Jen, never be another Julia. Now there's never be another Mayenzi, but there's other players out there we could bring here. That would step up, too.
Those are 3 players that alongside you will all absolutely be on the walls of the JMAC in our robust Hall of Fame. Might be in 2020, might be in 2022 for Mayenzi. Yeah, she's not even going to be eligible for about 7 or 8 years. So, but you guys have absolutely been that glue that has put this program on the map. So we thank you. And thanks for stopping by, Katie.
One step at a time. Mayenzi has to finish the season, get her degree, then we'll start talking about that. but it would be an honor to share the wall with all of them.
Let's see how many goals she finishes this year with. She's already got 15 goals, and with 4 points today, has 37 points. She leads the country, all divisions, all genders in scoring. It's absolutely insane. Oh, here's an opportunity for purchase. Ball played on the left side. Shot. Oh, what a save by Sydney Lee Sam, coming out to cut off the angle on Michelle Gomez. That's a highlight reel for sure to preserve the shutout.
We heard that one from up here.
Thank you for the field mic picking up that. And the sophomore from Old Bridge with a big-time save. So thank you for dropping by. We'll alleviate the pressure of you having to join us here in the broadcast. That is NJCU Athletic Hall of Famer and former 11-year assistant coach Katie Feehan.
Thanks, Ari.
Gothic Knights are going to sub here. Laura Ford just came off the field. Substitution for the Gothic Knights. Now in the game is number 31, Nicole Kelly, replacing number 2, Laura Ford. Dioff with it. Dioff, her shot pushed wide. Vargas had that ball poked away from her, but it went right onto the feet of Dioff, who just missed. Goal kick that somehow slips through the Gothic Knights. Kelly is on for Ford. Vargas wins the ball. Vargas pushes it up ahead, looking for Lopez. Gets past her, then settled, and no, it's going to be Lopez who comes back with it. Carranza will push up the wing. Three nothing Gothic Knights. Oh, it gets through here. Hernandez with a shot. That is blocked. As the first shot of Hernandez's career. And the Gothic Knights defensively clean this up. This is played in, and Lee Sam comes out to scoop that one up before number 15, Rebecca Colgan, can put an attempt on net. And out of bounds. Last touch by Purchase, throw in for NJCU. Ira Thor with you here on Gothic Vision. You are watching NJCU Women's Soccer. The Knights are 6-2 on the year. If they can win this game, it will be their best start since 2011. They were nationally ranked that year. As Gomez fouls Vargas. It was only for 1 week, but considering the Knights are in a league with the likes of TC&J, Rowan, Stockton, Montclair State, teams that have been perpetually, even Kane, nationally ranked, that was a big moment in history of this program. They were ranked 24th in the country. Middle of the field, Vargas can't come up with it. Vargas, the NCAA Division III National Player of the Week, has a goal and 2 assists in this one. Here comes Colgan with it. Colgan pushing it outside, looking for Michelle Gomez. Screened though and taken away. Good D by Chelsea Uribe, who returned to the program this year after a few seasons off. DePaiva, one of this year's captains. The ball played upfield. That was a dangerous decision there by Yarder, because if she misses, the Knights have an open net. Dioff with it. Dioff wins the ball. Dioff, her shot is in! Dioff with the steal, taking it away. And she's able to knock it in high off of the keeper's hands. Her second goal of the game and her 7th of the year. And the Knights lead 4-0. The Gothic Knight goal, her 2nd of the game and 7th of the season, scored by number 6, Arami Dioff. Unassisted for NJCU, the goal coming in the 64th minute. Dioff, her 7th of the year. The Knights lead 4-0. So Arami Dioff taking advantage of a defensive giveaway and putting her team up with her 2nd goal of the game. And that is the Robin that Vargas needed to her Batman. Somebody else who can score on a consistent level here. As I watch it on replay. And just a tremendous effort taken off of the foot of the Panthers' outside right back. And again, Lee Sam playing her position well. Panthers are going to have 3 subs coming up in a moment. Panthers are going to bring in number 10, Brianna Perozzi. She's a senior at Staten Island. Number 22, Lauren Padelka, who played in the first half, will return. Number 20, Hannah Kabnick, freshman at Croton-on-Hudson, will also be in the game. 3 substitutions for Purchase. Returning to the game is number 22, Lauren Padelka. And into the game for the first time, number 10, Brianna Perozzi, and number 20, Hannah Kabnick. And the Panthers are going to send it over the end line here to be a throw-in for NJCU. All played outside, middle of the field. And it'll be a goal kick as Hernandez plays it too far upfield. In the distance you hear an ice cream truck. That means summer's not completely gone yet. Ira Throw with you live here in Jersey City on GothicVision. Paul Tanasili is our director. John Putter's on the field camera. Yuri Brutus, who wishes he still had another year of men's basketball eligibility, is on the high cam for us today with Nina Carbonero and Jim Turvey. GA Greatness on the stats. Dioff. She's a goal away from having Another hat trick. She's already had one this year. This is her third brace of the season. That's going to be a foul on Carranza. Not Carranza, I should say. On number 8, Crystal Topali. Vargas needs another goal to keep her brace streak going. She has scored at least 2 goals in 5 consecutive games, but she does have 4 points today. Settled here by number 15, Chelsea Uribe, then taken away by the Panthers. 4-0 in JCU, trying to send Purchase to their first loss of the year. Hernandez plays it upfield, looking for Vargas. Vargas cuts back. Vargas towards the middle of the field. Vargas with a left foot now, and it's knocked away. Vargas recovers, and then, oh my God, a spin move to play it herself. Eludes one defender. Her shot is high. Oh, everything but the finish. Gothic Knights are going to have a sub. It will be number 14, Leslie Cano. And it will be number 4, Madeline Mecca in for the Panthers. Substitutions. First for the Knights, now in the game, number 14, Leslie Cano, replacing number 28, Odalis Hernandez. And for the Panthers, in the game, number 4, Madeline Mecca. She returns, replacing number 19, Olivia DeBonis. So after the foul on the Panthers, Mayancy Vargas has her eye on a goal. Line drive towards the target, and it's knocked down and scooped up by Yarder on the near post. Good play by her in the 70th minute to prevent it from being a 5-0 game. Now Vargas takes it away. Vargas chips it over her head of the final defender, but it's drifting wide. So Vargas, with that shot wide, now has 8 in the game. And she is going to come out. Her day will be done, and unless she returns, that will end her brace streak as Laura Ford returns. Substitution for the Knights. Into the game, returning is number 2, Laura Ford. She replaces your Division III National Player of the Week, number 10, Mayancy Vargas. So the Knights lead 4-0. Headed upfield looking for Kelly. Kelly, ball played across. Opportunity for Ford, just cannot get there. One step shy. Good opportunity there for Nicole Kelly. That's an aggressive play by Araceli Carranza, who is leveled on the play. And she's being attended to by her teammate Leslie Cano. The foul is number 10, Brianna Perozzi, fouling Araceli Carranza. And Gary Boulier, the referee for today's game, signals for Carla Mejia to come on the field. Clock will stop with 17 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in regulation. Kelly's attacking on the right side. Going to be goal kick for NJCU. Crowd of about 110 on hand today. Attendance of about 110 today here for the Knights, coming to see NJCU potentially win their 6th straight before they open conference play this weekend at Ramapo. The men are going to be home for back-to-back games, Saturday and Monday. Saturday, they host Ramapo at 3 o'clock. Then on Monday, non-conference action against Cairn. But that's all going to start tonight, though, because NJCU, a 7 o'clock game on the road in Long Island against Farmingdale State. Rams are 3-3 on the year in men's soccer. Members of the Skyline Conference. They lost 4-0 to a very good Oneonta team, 2-1 to a very good Hartwick team. They beat FDU 2-1. They beat Brooklyn 4-1. They lost to Baruch 2-0. That is lofted high and wide. And then they beat Hunter on Saturday 6-0. Substitution into the game for Purchase, number 9. Strella DaCosta replacing number 16, Gabby Castles. This is lobbed on target. This ball breaks through. Laura Ford with it. Ford on the left wing will play it just wide. Gothic Knights are going to sub next opportunity. A foul as Genesis Torres slow to her feet. Each team will sub in a moment. It'll be Karina Torres in for the Gothic Knights, and Olivia DeBonis will return for the Panthers. Outside ball here to Laura Ford. Ford going to play it across the middle of the box. Gets through. Oh, and a side volley just high by Dioff. And a substitution for both teams. Substitutions into the game for the Knights, number 16, Karina Torres, replacing number 5, Genesis Torres. And for Purchase, returning number 19, Olivia DeBonis, replacing number 7, Brett Robeson. Ball's played upfield. On the run is Jetsi Lopez. Cannot get there before it is cleared out of play by Brianne Marin, the left back for the Panthers, who stands just 4'10", but she has played that position with a lot of physicality in this game. 13 minutes remain. Gothic Knights with a pair of subs. We'll tell you in a moment who they are. Well, one of them has the ball right now, and that's number 19, Berenice Bonilla. The other being number 23, and that is Jasmine Bass coming back onto the pitch for the Knights. Substitutions returning to the game is number 23, Jasmine Bass, and also now in the game for the first time, number 19, Berenice Bonilla. They replace number 6, Arami Diop, and number 31, Nicole Kelly. Into the game for purchase, number 23, Amber Rodriguez, replacing number 20, Hannah Kabnick. Laura Ford chips that one ahead, taken away by the Panthers. The Gothic Knights with a commanding 4-0 lead. Updated shot count is 28-9 in favor of the Knights. Jasmine Bass cleared by the defense. Laura Ford is there off of the backside of one of these center backs, and it will be a corner kick. Laura Ford is going to take the honors for the Gothic Knights in the 80th minute. The official, Gary Boulier, comes over and tells Laura she has to move the ball, so she moves it 7 inches. Dummy shot play right there. Loose ball. Bass, her shot is blocked aside, and then she goes crashing inside the 6. I can tell you this, first time we've seen Jasmine Bass, but she is playing with reckless abandonment, giving up her body. She has hit the turf 3 or 4 times already today. That's a good shot on goal there, forcing Amber Yarder to dive towards the near post. Be a corner kick here for the Knights. It'll be Laura Ford again, this time with the left foot. Curling it towards the goal, headed just wide by Araceli Carranza. Substitution for the Panthers. Number 1, Ashley Blom, replacing number 22, Lauren Padelka. For the Knights, returning number 28, Odalis Hernandez, replacing number 8, Crystal Topali. Bass heads it upfield, Ford on the run. And then it is eventually knocked out of bounds off of Ford by Allie Moore, the sophomore back. Under 9 to play. Next home game for the Knights will be in 10 days. They'll take on William Patterson in NJAC action, the first home NJAC game of the year. Going down hard is Amber Rodriguez. And Carranza going to allow that one to sail out of play. Here's an opportunity for purchase. Oh, and coming out hard is Sydney Lee Sam. Ball played upfield. She's able to get there before. I believe that's Gomez. It's hard to tell again with these illegal numbers, but it's actually number 23, Rodriguez. Hernandez is able to come up with it, plays it onto the feet of Jetsi Lopez. Lopez way too far in front for Bass. In a moment, we'll have a new player into the game. So the new player coming in a moment will be Katie Borger. She's listed as 21 on her roster. She's really number 12 in this game, so a little confusion there. Figured out who it was. And it'll be a purchase substitution now. Into the game for purchase will be number 12, Katie Borger, number 21 in your game program. She replaced number 10, Rihanna Perozzi. Five minutes. The clock is going to stop here, and it is going to be a yellow card on Laura Ford for the hard foul. Trying to see who the player is that's down for purchase. And after that foul, Laura Ford will come out of the game. Cannot tell who the player is. We'll have to check with Ian Ambrose. We're going to take a break as Carla Mejia attends to the injured player in the field. The Gothic Knights leading 4-0 here on GothicVision. So the injured player is number 9, Estrella da Costa. As the clock stops with exactly 5 minutes to play, yellow card issued to Laura Ford in the 85th minute. We'll announce that once the injured player is off the field. You see Carla Mejia, head athletic trainer. She and Ashley Pace team to form a very solid sports medicine office here at NJCU. Your attention, please. A yellow card has been issued to the Gothic Knights. Number 2, Laura Ford, in the 85th minute. Now in the game for the Knights, number 3, Anaya Thomas, replacing number 2, Laura Ford. Ball played up the left flank. Anaya Thomas, junior out of Orange, now fresh into the game for the Knights. Here's Lopez. And that is cleared away by the Panthers. Here's a takeaway here, and then absolutely leveled was Jasmine Bass. No call. 3:38 to play. Carranza could not settle that one, so she let it roll out of bounds. Probably a good decision there. And she'll throw it in. Back to Carranza. Oh, plays it across the field, trying to switch fields, but no one is home for NJCU. Gothic Knights have nearly their entire second team in the game right now, with the exception of their 2 starting center backs in Uribe and DePaiva, along with Araceli Carranza, the right outside back. Jetsi Lopez also out there, Gothic Knight midfielder. A chance for a number of other players to get an opportunity here to contribute off of the bench. Gothic Knights, 26 players on the roster this year, about equivalent to what they've had in years past. And cleaned up there by Tiffany DePaiva, the junior out of Union. Ball played all the way up the field with 2:30 to play. Gothic Knights have 30 shots, the Panthers just 9. NJCU has scored 4 times, 3 different players. Arami Diop has 2 goals today. Mayansi Vargas 2 goals, 1 goal and 2 assists. Crystal DePauli has also scored. Jasmine Bass, newcomer to the program, goes down again, and no call made as we approach the final minute of action. We are in the 89th minute. That ball played into the arms of Amber Yarder. Yarder has been busy. She has made 12 saves for Purchase. Just to put that in perspective, in the first 3 games of the year, just 8 saves and 1 goal against. She has been busy today. 1:20 remaining. Karina Torres was over there. Out of bounds off of the Panthers. Will be a throw-in for Lopez with 1:10 to go. And Bass is shaken up in her debut. 1 minute remaining in the second half. So the clock is going to stop. Carla Mejia, the head athletic trainer, is back on the pitch. She's definitely getting her steps in today on her Apple Watch. She'll tend to Jasmine Bass. We'll use this moment to remind you that the next action here on Gothic Vision will be on Saturday. It'll be the men's soccer team opening NJAC action against Ramapo, which went to the NCAAs a year ago, and they have much of their team back, so that will be a clear test for the Knights in their NJAC opener. And then they'll be home again on Monday against Cairn in non-conference action. Women's soccer won't be home again for 10 days, home against my alma mater, William Patterson, on the 28th of this month. Women's volleyball is home on Tuesday when they play their first home NJAC match and their first match in a week as they take on Montclair State. And coming into the game for the Knights will be Grace Sabaya. She's one of just 3 remaining healthy field players on the bench. Of course, the Gothic Knights have a few. They have 3 backup goalkeepers along with Sydney Lee Sam, their starter. Now on the field for the Knights, number 21, Grace Sabaya. She replaces number 23, Jasmine Bass. 39 seconds to go. That is cleared out. It'll be another throw in for the Gothic Knights. Lopez will make the throw. Gothic Knights led 3-0 at the half. Put up another one here in the second. And they are going to improve to 6-2 on the year while sending Purchase to its first loss. Under 20 to play. Clock is going to stop. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final. And your final score today here at the Robert L. McNulty Memorial Soccer Field. It was New Jersey City University 4 and the Purchase College Panthers 0. With the win, the Gothic Knights win their 6th consecutive game and they improve to 6-2 on the year. Purchase suffers their first loss of the season. They are now 3-1 overall. The NJCU women's soccer team will return to action this Saturday at 1 o'clock when they open New Jersey Athletic Conference play when they visit the Roadrunners of Ramapo College in Mahwah, New Jersey. The next home game for women's soccer is Saturday, September 28th at 2 o'clock. Home against the Pioneers of William Patterson University. Please be with us on Saturday at 3 p.m. when your undefeated NJCU men's soccer team, 8-0-0 on the year, take on Ramapo in the NJAC opener for both schools right here in Jersey City. Thank you for attending today's NJCU Purchase women's soccer game, and please arrive home safely. So as we say goodbye to the crowd here at the complex, we're not done with you on the broadcast yet because we'll give you the final numbers for today's game. Shots were 30-9 in favor of NJCU. The shots on goal were 16-6 with 12 saves for Amber Yarder and 6 stops in the shutout for Sydney Lee Sam. She played well for the Gothic Knights as the Gothic Knights pick up their 2nd shutout of the season. Corner kicks. In this one, 5-2 in favor of the Knights. 3 offsides for Purchase, 1 for NJCU. Gothic Knights had the lone yellow card. It was on Laura Ford. 13 fouls for the Knights, 12 for Purchase. And the goal scoring summary once again. Mayancy Vargas with the game winner. That came late in the 8th minute off a Laura Ford feed. Crystal Topali scored in the 34th minute, hitting a high shot off a touchback from Mayancy Vargas. A minute and 26 seconds later, Dioff scored her first goal of the game off a feed from Vargas. And then it was a Rami Dioff finishing the brace, an unassisted score in the 64th minute to cap the production today. Women's soccer is 6-2 on the year. They've won 6 in a row, and we'll see if they can continue this trend when they open the conference action under fourth-year head coach Anthony Tuesta and his coaching staff this Saturday. Live links for that one can be found at njcugothicnights.com. Special thanks to our official scorers today, Jim Turvey and Nina Carbonero. Our camera operators today were Yuri Brutus and John the Closer Putter. Our table manager was Ian Ambrose, and our director-producer on Gothic Vision is Paul Tanasilli. For everyone at NJCU Athletics, I'm Ira Thor. Thanks for watching this one here on Gothic Vision. Women's soccer 4-0 victors over Purchase College. They are 6-2, off to their best start in 8 years. Until we talk to you on Saturday for more men's soccer, be well, everybody.